בכבוד.
Yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai. Yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai. One more time. Yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Reverse welcoming. Wendy and I'd like to thank you for welcoming us back home here to Temple Beth Shalom to share with you this Shabbaton weekend, but especially this wonderful service, which we hope will bring waves of love in many ways, as you will see as our service progresses and as our Shabbaton progresses. But may the spirit of love embrace us all with the warmth of Shabbat. The warmth comes from the glow in our hearts, but also from the glow that we create with the kindling and the blessing of our Shabbat lights. I invite you to turn to page 2. And it's my pleasure to call upon Karen Warren to please come forward to kindle and bless the lights of Shabbat.
Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to kindness, acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu v'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, the light of Shabbat.
Amen. And now we turn to page 5, and the cantor, I also want to thank for allowing me to share the bima tonight, will lead us in the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uv'ratzon Hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uv'ratzon hinchaltzanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. L'chaim.
Shalom. It's my pleasure now, sitting way in the back, I'm going to invite Gary Holloway to come forward, representing the Board of Directors, for tonight's announcements and words of greeting.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Okay, so coming up in the next few weeks, there is a whole lot of stuff. If you look in the bulletin, there are lists of many things from this weekend, as Rabbi and Wendy Bukarski are here giving classes. It's Shabbaton. Should be very interesting and exciting. There's Community Scholar Program. There's a Morning with a Good Book on February 24th. There's an Ethnic Dining Adventure for High Times on February 17th. So it's Romanian. Talk to Shelley Friedman if you're interested. Speaking of Shelley Friedman, on the 18th, there's a tea celebrating her. You should take a look. There's leaflets in the back. They're orange. Want to also make an announcement about the upcoming annual Man of the Year dinner. Arnie Sugarman is the honoree. Want to make sure that people come out and honor him. It's March 10th, 2018. See Steve Sherman if you're interested. As always, Mitzvah Meals is in need of help, of food, of volunteers. Check out the list of needs here: the tub margarine, brownie mix, chicken broth, large foil pans, and cutting boards. If you have any questions about that, we'll get with you. And there she is, Sarah of the books of the gift shop. It's open tonight, right? Okay. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. As we begin to get into the mood for the Shabbat and for the tefillah, for the worship and the prayers, we turn to page 10 with the wonderful mystic poem by Elazar al-Zikri, Yedid Nefesh.
Yedid Nefesh av harachaman, Yedid Nefesh av harachaman, Mishochav decham, El ritzonecha, Mishochav decha, Ya la 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 el ritzonecha Yarutz avdecha Kimo ayal Ishtachave ya la 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 el mol hadarecha Yishtachave ya la la el mol hadarecha.
Prayer is called Avodah Shebalev, the service of the heart. But the word avodah, as you may know in Hebrew, also means work. Because prayer doesn't just happen. We create a spirit of prayer in our hearts and in our community. And because prayer doesn't just happen, we have to work up to prayer. Again, that idea of work. This is Shabbat, I know, but this is holy work. And we begin our preparation for Shabbat with the psalms and the hymns of the Kabbalat Shabbat, created by the mystics in our tradition in the 17th century to prepare us for the pleasure of service with prayer. We begin the Kabbalat Shabbat on page 12, Lechu Neranena, Psalm 95.
Lechu neranena l'Adonai navia litzur yishenu. Lechu neranena l'Adonai navia litzur yishenu. Nikadma fanav b'todam bizmerot navia lo. Nikadma fanav b'todam bizmerot navia lo. Lechu neranena l'Adonai. Lechu neranena l'Adonai navia litzur yishenu. Lechu neranena l'Adonai navia litzur yishenu. Nikadma fanav b'todam bizmerot navia lo. Nikadma fanav b'todam bizmerot navia lo.
Come, let us make joyful song to Adonai. And then in Psalm 96, we're told, Shiru Adonai, Shir Chadash. Sing unto Adonai a new song. And so may we make of this Shabbat and of our lives something always new and renewing. Shir Adonai.
Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Try that one more time. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God, all the earth, a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along. All the earth unto God a new song. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song.
The bottom of page 14, Or zaru alat tzadik, u'le'yishrei lev simcha. Light is sown for the righteous, and for those who are upright in heart, great joy.
Or zaru alat tzadik, u'yishrei lev simcha. Try that with us. Or zaru alat tzadik, u'yishrei lev simcha. Simchu tzadikim b'Adonai, b'Adonai, v'hodu l'zecher kodsho, l'zecher kodsho. Or zarua, or zarua, latzadik, u'yishrei lev simcha. Or zarua, latzadik, u'yishrei lev simcha.
Page 16, Zamru l'Adonai bechinor, bechinor v'kol zimra.
Zamru l'Adonai bechinor, bechinor v'kol zimra, v'chatzrot v'kol shofar. Hariu lifnei hamelech Adonai. Let's try that one more time. Zamru l'Adonai bechinor, bechinor v'kol zimra, v'chatzrot v'kol shofar. Hariu lifnei hamelech Adonai. Hiram hayam umelo, tevel v'yoshvei bam. Neharot imcha uchav, yachad harim yiranenu. Hiram hayam umelo, tevel v'yoshvei bam. Neharot imcha uchav, yachad harim yiranenu. Lifnei Adonai kivam, lishpot haaretz, yishpot tevel b'tzedek, v'amim b'meishalim. Hiram hayam umelo, tevel yoshvei bam. Neharot imcha uchav, yachad harim yiranenu.
We come to exalt this Shabbat and to exalt God. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu. We will exalt Adonai, our God, v'hishtachavu lahar kodsho, and we will bow towards God's holy mountain. For God is holy, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu, for God is kadosh.
Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. Try those words with us. Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. One more time. Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. V'ishtachavu lehakodsho, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. V'ishtachavu lehakodsho, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu.
Adonai oz la'amo yiten. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. May God grant strength unto our people. May God bless our people with shalom. The bottom on page 19.
Adonai oz le'amo yitein. Adonai oz le'amo yitein. Adonai oz le'amo yitein. Adonai varech et amo. One more time. Adonai oz from the top. Adonai oz le'amo yitein. Adonai oz le'amo yitein. Adonai oz le'amo yitein. Adonai varech et amo. Adonai varech et amo v'shalom. Adonai varech et amo v'shalom. V'shalom. Adonai oz le'amo yitein. Adonai oz le'amo yitein. Adonai oz le'amo yitein. Adonai yivarech et amo.
We come to the climax of the Kabbalat Shabbat, Lecha Dodi, page 20.
Lecha dodi likrak alai, alalai, 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 B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrak alai, alalai, 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 B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmiyanu el hameyuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shemo tiferet ve'lichila. Lecha dodi likrak alai, alalai, 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 B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi אדוני לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, היא מקור הברכה, מאוש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך אדוני לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך אדוני לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך כורי, אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך אדוני לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך אדוני לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי כלה, בואי כלה, לך אדוני לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך אדוני לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה.
So special is Shabbat that it has its own mizmor, its own psalm. Page 22, Mizmor Shir, Leyom HaShabbat.
Sorry, I'll get there in a moment. And I found it. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי אסון ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בחינות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. כי שימחתני, כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, מעשה ידיך ארנן. מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
אדוני מלך, גאול לבש, לבש אדוני עוז התזר, אף תיקון תבל, בל תימות. We continue reading together on page 23. Adonai is sovereign. God is robed in grandeur. Adonai is robed. God is girded with strength. The world stands firm. It cannot be shaken. Your throne stands firm from of old. From eternity you have existed. The ocean sounds, Adonai, the ocean sounds its thunder. The ocean sounds its pounding. Above the thunder of the mighty waters, more majestic than the breakers of the sea, is Adonai, majestic on high. Your decrees are indeed enduring. Holiness befits your house, Adonai, for all times.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
ועלמא דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל. בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב במהרו.
Amen.
יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה.
יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה וימרו.
Amen. With the inspiration of the Kabbalat Shabbat, we are now prepared to pray. And so we turn to page 28, Baruch Hu, calling us to be a community. Please rise.
Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da la 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 da 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 da. Yai da da da.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בדברו מעריב ערבים בחוכמה, פותח שערים ובתבונה, משנה עתים ומחליף את הזמנים. ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו, בורא יום ולילה, כולל אור מפני חושך וחושך מפני אור, ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה. אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך ארצם, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדתם. על כן אדוני אלוהינו, בשוכבנו ובקומנו, נשיח בבוקרך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נהגה יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסתיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. 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 ברוך שם כבוד, שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. Please be seated as we continue with the Verhafta. Page 36. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם,
Adonai Elohechem, Emet. We read together on the bottom of page 39. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt were we delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Nikam bocha ba'erim Adonai, nikam bocha nedar b'kodesh, Torah tehilot osei felech. Nora tehilot seferem. Malechutecha rahu vanecha, tokei ayam lifnei Moshe Miriam. Ze Eli anu ve'amru, ze Eli anu ve'ameru. Adonai lo le'olam va'el. Adonai lo le'olam va'el. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
ונאמר, כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. Page 42, השכיבנו.
השכיבנו, השכיבנו, אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום. השכיבנו, השכיבנו, אדוני אלוהינו לשלום. והעמידנו מכנו לחיים ולשלום, ולשלום. השכיבנו, השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום לשלום השכיבנו השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael, may Israel always observe the Shabbat. Ki ot hi leolam, for it is a sign forever between the people and their God. We turn to page 44, Vishamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Turning to page 46, we rise for the Amidah.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips and that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, ve'Konei Hakol, ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot ve'Imahot, U'mevii Geula livnei v'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah Rav le'Hoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem. מחכה לחיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We continue the Amidah silently through page 60. When you have completed your own personal prayers, either the prayers of our tradition or the prayers of your own heart, after you've completed, you may be seated.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
these moments of Shabbat marked by shalom, completeness and wholeness, our hearts and minds turn to those who seek God's healing blessing with words of Misha Berach, of healing blessing on page 253. Misha Berach avotenu vimotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak veYaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel veLeah. הוא יברך את החולים הנזכרים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ימלא רחמים עליהם, להחלימם ולרפואתם, לחזיקם, וישלח להם מהרה רפואה, רפואת השלמה מן השמיים, רפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף, השתה בעגלה, ובזמן קריב ונאמר, אמן. May the one who blessed our ancestors Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all those who are ill. I invite you, if you have somebody's name that you would like to remember for words of Misha Berach blessing, to call out their names from your seats as I face in your direction. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body, mind, and spirit, as we say together, Amen.
May the source of strength to bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishem Berach Imotenu Mikor HaBaracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Can you feel it? You know, that flutter in your heart that you get when you think about that special someone? Yes, love is in the air. In stores, on TV, just about everywhere, you can see the harbingers heralding the advent of, you're right, Valentine's Day. Now, I must confess to you that I've never really been a fan of Valentine's Day for a few reasons. I suppose that the earliest reason for my indifference to acknowledging anything particularly special about February the 14th goes back to elementary school. Now, I don't know if it still goes on these days of inclusivity and heightened awareness of sexual harassment, but back in my childhood, it was the custom in elementary schools to observe Valentine's Day with a ritual exchange of Valentine's cards right there in the classroom. Now, I imagine the customs and rituals observed at Lanai Road School in Encino in the 1950s were replicated more or less in virtually every elementary school in America back in the day. Prior to the holiday, the child would make a list of all the other kids in class to be acknowledged with sentiments of affection or, quite often, sarcastic and sometimes quite cutting one-liners. Mothers would buy packets of the cheap Valentine cards, and the child then set about putting the name of the recipient on the envelope and occasionally, adding a few words on the card. Come the big day, everyone was instructed to attach a paper bag to the back of his or her chair. Then at the appointed time, usually right before recess, the children roamed the classroom, distributing the cards in the various bags of the objects of their affections or their intended victims. Afterwards, at recess, the children would go through their bags reading the collective missives. Hearts were so often broken, not so much because of unrequited love, as by the blow of receiving only a few cards out of a class of 30 or more kids. Feelings were hurt, and self-esteem were trampled upon as well by the smart sting of the biting, funny cards that were anything but funny to the insecure and unpopular. I suppose that in these more enlightened times, the ritual rules now require that children give cards to all their classmates. Perhaps those not-so-funny joke cards are banned, and maybe, just maybe, the whole ritual has been abandoned altogether. I hated Valentine's Day. But it flourished back in the 1950s. It was embarrassing and it was demeaning. It was by no means endearing, even though I still have fond memories of my father presenting each one of us kids with our very own heart-shaped box filled with chocolates, while Mother received a big box that we shared. Chocolate indeed hath charms to balm a wounded psyche. Sort of. Much later, especially after I became a rabbi, my indifference to the holiday was compounded by the fact that it was actually Saint Valentine's Day, a Christian holiday commemorating the life of a Christian saint, not my holiday at all. It's not absolutely certain which Valentine from history is the saint who inspired the holiday that now promotes the very unchristian eroticism regaled today. There are, in fact, many martyrologies about saints named Valentinus. Be that as it may, the most likely candidate for the eponymous inspiration for the holiday of romance is Saint Vantillinus of Rome, who lived in the 3rd century. It was believed that he got into trouble with the pagan Roman authorities because he ministered to the persecuted Christians of the city, and perhaps more in keeping with the themes of today's holiday, he was said to have performed illicit marriages for Roman soldiers who were forbidden to marry. Legend has it that prior to his execution and his eventual martyrdom, he sent the young Julia, who was the daughter of his jailer Asterius, he cured her of blindness. And just before he died, he sent the young girl a letter signed, "Your Valentine." And thus he inaugurated the very first Valentine card. It was Geoffrey Chaucer in the 14th century who associated the saint's feast day with romantic love in a poem called The Parliament of Fowls. Maybe a better title might have been The Parliament of Fools. And 400 years later in England, the day evolved into an occasion on which lovers expressed their love for each other with flowers, confections, and cards called Valentines. We might trace the commercialization of Valentine's Day to 1868, when the British Cadbury Chocolate Company created their line of what they called fancy boxes in the shape of hearts in celebration of the day, and no doubt also in celebration of its potential for profits. Despite its religious origins, the fact that it is still observed as a holy feast day in the Roman Catholic, Eastern Orthodox, Anglican, and Lutheran communions, Valentine's Day has spread worldwide as a day to celebrate romantic love and matters of the heart. As I experienced myself, even in Israel, where Christians make up maybe 2% of the population, and Christmas is just another day. Even in Israel, this Yom Shel Ahava, this day of love, as is known there, is celebrated in all its commercial glory. Florists count on it as one of their biggest days for sales of the year. Candy companies promote it, and it's almost impossible to walk into one of the better restaurants in Israel without a reservation. Yes, Valentine's Day is ubiquitous. It's everywhere. But another reason why I usually pay little attention to Valentine's Day is the fact that we have our very own, very Jewish Day of Love. And that day is Tu B'Av, or the 15th day of the month of Av. Now, when I say to you the month of Av, probably what comes to mind at first is Tisha B'Av, the solemn fast day that commemorates the destruction of the two temples in Jerusalem, as well as a host of other tragedies that have been visited upon our Jewish people over the millennia. However, did you know that 1 week exactly from Tisha B'Av, we have the 15th of Av? It's a day that brings light and joy, and even a touch of romance to this month that is so associated with woe. Tu B'Av probably had its origins in the post-biblical period, during the days when the Second Temple stood. For the first mention that we have of Tu B'Av is in the Mishnah, wherein Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel observed, "Never were there more joyous festivals in Israel than the 15th of Av and Yom Kippur. For on them the maidens of Jerusalem used to go out dressed in white garments, borrowed ones, in order not to cause shame to those who didn't have their own. And thus they went out and danced in the vineyard, saying, 'Young men, look and observe well whom you are about to choose. Regard not beauty alone, but rather look to a virtuous family. For,' as they quoted from the book of Proverbs, 'gracefulness is deceitful, and beauty is a vain thing. But the woman that reveres Adonai is worthy of praise.' And it also said in Proverbs, 'Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates.'" The origins of this custom are obscured in the fog of Jewish history. Even by the time of the Talmud, several reasons for this observance are listed. And that proves one thing. It proves that no one really knows why or how it all started. But a few things are clear about this kind of Jewish Sadie Hawkins Day. First, it never really was a holiday per se. There are no special prayers or ritual observances to mark it. There are just the customs that were cited in the Mishnah. But it must have been a very joyous time. If Rabban Gamliel was correct, and the sages had a rather enlightened view about relationships, for they seem to here in the Mishnah be eschewing mere physical attraction and advocating inner qualities and accomplishments when seeking a partner. Be that as it may, the observances of Tu B'Av in any form went virtually unnoticed for centuries. Perhaps the matchmakers of Jewish fame rendered Tu B'Av unnecessary because they themselves could help Jews find their mates, their beshert in Yiddish. It was only in modern times that Tu B'Av was dug out of the closet of outdated Jewish customs, dusted off, and reintroduced, albeit without the Sadie Hawkins Day aspects, or, to my knowledge, no dancing in the fields quoting Proverbs. Perhaps in response to the popularity of Valentine's Day, it has reemerged as a day to celebrate love and those dearest to us. A new festival of love, Chag HaAhava, as it were, we might call it. But there's an interesting linguistic dilemma that's posed by this proposed name for this ancient holiday. There's no single word for romantic love in Hebrew. Yes, we use the term ahava when we want to express our romantic feelings, but of the 253 instances of the word ahava in its various grammatical forms that are found in the Tanakh, in the Hebrew Bible, only about 20% refer to any kind of romantic love. Now, I promise you, we don't need to go into an in-depth study of the word for love in Hebrew to understand that it is incredibly nuanced. And so are our relationships with those whom we hold closest to our hearts. Wouldn't you say? Just think, though, what a wonderful insight into real and profound love is expressed in Tu B'Av and its traditions about what makes for the best relationships. No, it's not just about hearts and flowers. It is much deeper than that. Regard not beauty alone, but rather look to a virtuous family. The ancient women sang this according to our Mishnah. Don't just go by your hormones. Look to the qualities that you seek in a partner. And they also cited the proverb, give her the fruit of her hands and let her own works praise her in the gates. What skills and talents, what accomplishments does that person possess that remain and are cherished long after even the most exquisite beauty has faded? Our tradition is telling us that the biggest turn-ons are character and accomplishment. I venture to say that our tradition's perspective on love is germane to all of our relationships, not just the romantic ones. So this weekend, during this Shabbaton in honor of love, we're going to explore what our Jewish tradition has to teach us about the kinds of love and the ways that we love in our lives. Wendy and I would love for you to join us. Ken Yiratzon. May this be God's will. As we turn now to conclude our worship with love, with the Aleinu, which you will find on page 282. Please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר ראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
As our hearts and minds turn now to those whose lives brightened our own, the relationships that were so meaningful, whose memories still burn brightly in our hearts, we turn for words of Kaddish memory. And in our Kaddish this evening, we recall those most recently departed from our midst: Blaise Bernstein, Jeffrey Lehrer, Robert Nowak, and Michael Hillman. To their names we add those whose yahrzeit, the anniversary of their death, we observe this Shabbat: Maurice Aaron Adler, Harold Bachman, Stuart M. Boyne, Saul P. Bolkoff, Ed Carey, Jeanette Sybil, Ada Klein, Harriet Cohen, Paul Kolker, Thelma Danchis, Molly Davidson, John P. Davies, Irene Dwash, Yvonne Renee Friedman, Leighton Gorell, Alex H. Goldberg, Max Goldberg, Sadie Goodman, David Groner, Menorah Hellman, Leah Hirschstone, Joel Kaufman, Audrey Cagle, Joseph Kolowski, Margot Lindauer, Bonnie Miller, Robert E. Newman, Michael Nikitman, Samuel K. Rice, Harry Robbins, Leonard Rosenthal, Morton Sampson, Rose Scheffler, Louis Schweitz, Adelaide M. Sobel, Minnie Tevens, Alter C. Willen, and Sanford Zass. If there is someone whose name you would like to recall for moments of Kaddish memory, I invite you to call out their names from your seats as I face in your direction. For all those who have given their lives, Al Kiddush Hashem, for the sanctification of God's holy name and for the cause of peace. We turn in our Siddurim to page 294 as we rise for words of Kaddish praise to God for the precious gift of life. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei l'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudisha berichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shamaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May God, the source of peace, send peace to us, to all Israel and all the world, as we say together, Amen.
We are going to conclude with a very classic favorite on page 322. It's Ein Kelohenu.
Ein Kelohenu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu.
נודה לאדוננו, נודה למלכנו, נודה למושיענו, ברוך אלוהינו, ברוך אדוננו, ברוך מלכנו, ברוך מושיענו. אתה הוא אלוהינו, אתה הוא אדוננו, אתה הוא מלכנו, אתה הוא מושיענו.
ברוכים אתם בבואכם, ברוכים אתם בצאתכם, מעתה ועד עולם. Blessed were you as you entered this place of worship, and so may you be blessed now as you take your leave from it, with God's precious blessings, Shabbat of health, of happiness, and of shalom, of peace. Amen. Shabbat shalom.